Well, I'm just kidding. I know you guys are all there. Happy Sunday, everybody. Glad you could make it. We got quite a few people hanging out with us already this morning. I appreciate all of you coming and hanging out with me. It's really nice just kind of hanging out on a Sunday. Today it is absolutely awful outside. It is snowing. We have, at my house, I think I have close to 3 inches already. So, yeah, that's a thing. Let me see here if I can. I took a video so that I could show you guys how awful it is outside. Let's see here. Maybe make this a little bigger. Yeah, this is the morning so far right here. Pond's still running, too, by the way. Haven't broken it down for the winter times. So the dogs are having a blast, but yeah, that is the current state of the Utah right now. Yeah. I'm a fan of winter, but I'm not a fan of winter at the same time. So, it's kind of one of those iffy situations there. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. We got a lot of really awesome people saying good morning. We've got Gnarly Fish Tanks in here this morning. He was the first one. Then we got Carrie Habercorn. We got Misfits, Reptiles, and Aquatics. We got Well Done Tanks moderating for us today. We've got Carrie again. We got Because Yo Fish. We got Lindsay, Lefty, Dead Fred, John Cox, Dragon Lair, and Texas Fish Room. We got Fordman, a.k.a. Kenneth Oakes. Good morning. And Lefty saying, I want snow. I'm jelly of you people who've already got some. You can have all the snow you want, buddy. You have all the snow you want. I used to love it when I would ski a lot, but now that I don't ski anymore, it's not a good time for me. Now it just means shoveling and cold weather. And also I have the dogs in the fish room today, so if you hear like Bobo back here, why do you look so pitiful right now, bud? What's wrong? It's so weird. They're just here today hanging out with me because we've got, let me see here if I can get this to refocus on my face. There we go. We've got 3 dogs in the house today because we've got my in-laws dog with us as well. So he's a little bit more noisy than most. So if you hear some whining or whatever, that's usually what's going on here. Well Done Tanks is saying winter means ice fishing. I've only gone ice fishing once and I will never do it again. It was horribly cold and I am not a fan of being cold. Texas Fish Room. Whoop whoop. Let me see here. I was not prepared for the members, the new members to the channel. Let me get this up here and going. I was hanging out in Multi-Tank Addictions stream this morning, so we didn't get a chance to test out the lights and make sure they worked. I think they are working now. Yes, they are. Let me get this going here for you because you are a member. You get the Fancy Smancy Light Show now. So thank you so much, Texas Fish Room. Welcome to the Guppy Gang. Means a lot, man. It's really cool, like adding more people to the Guppy Gang because there's a lot of really cool info over there, like behind the scenes stuff and everything. Hopefully I'm going to be doing the members only live stream this week so that you guys can get that information as well. But really, really excited. But welcome to the Fish Fam. Welcome to the Guppy Gang. I'm glad you can make it. Dead Fred said, ever consider hydronic heating? A bit costly to set up, but saves years of back pain. Hydronic heating. Let me Google this here because I feel like I've heard of it before. Let's see here. Oh yeah, just like an old boiler system. Yeah, I had that in one of the rooms in this house, but it wasn't set up properly, so I actually disassembled it. So what I'm doing in the garage at this moment, I'm actually replacing the garage door. Just dropped a pretty penny on a new garage door, which is fine. But it's got like an R16 value on it now. So it's going to be much, much more thermally secure in the garage, because there is a lot of cold air that comes through there. You don't think about it when you just have a house with a garage door, but there's a lot of cold air that comes through a garage door. So, Chevy Fish says, I don't mind snow, but the blistery wind and ice can go take a hike. Yeah, I remember one time I was skiing up in Park City, and I came around this corner on this run called Cocopelli, and I came around the corner, and the wind blew so hard that it just straight up knocked me over. I was laying on my back. I couldn't stand up because it was so strong. It was awful, absolutely awful. And that was the last day I actually skied. So yeah. Chris is saying, I forgot to mention my stream this Tuesday is members only chat. Glad you could throw it up in here. Let's see if we got Fordman saying, I'm here listening while working on college homework. Well, good for you, man. Yeah, I went to college for a couple of years, and then I ended up doing what I'm doing now full time, so I just kind of stopped going, which is fine. I'm planning on potentially going back at some point and doing a degree in ichthyology, so we will see. I'm still pretty young. It means I have a lot of time to do things. So that might be an option. Deadford says, wow, pre-Halloween snow almost makes me miss New York. Yeah, we usually, here in Utah, we usually get, I want to say we usually get like a dusting, pre-Halloween, but usually like the last 3-4 years, maybe 5 years, we haven't really gotten anything pre-Halloween. So this is a good sign. Means that we are going to have probably a pretty big winter. From everyone's knowledge, you can base it on a couple of things. You can say like, oh, the beehives are really high this year, therefore we're going to get really high snow. There's all sorts of really crazy stuff, but yeah, I think this is going to be a big winter for us. I'm prepared to shovel a lot. I'm not excited about shoveling a lot, but I am prepared for it. Dead Fred said, I keep forgetting hydronic heating also heats the home. I was thinking in terms of shoveling areas. That's how walkways and driveways melt snow and ice off of them. Yeah, that is true. Some people do that here as well. Like my stepdad's got that run through his tile floors in his house, so that his house actually is heated off of the flooring heat. So he actually doesn't have a furnace in his house up in Park City. He just runs flooring heat, which is really nice, especially in the winter when you're walking across tile floors. You don't have to wear any socks or slippers or any of that stuff. So Lefty saying he's gonna be right back. Chief says them infrared heater guys are useful for finding cold spots and checking basking areas if you keep reptiles. Yeah, I've got one of those, and I use them to check all my temperatures in my tanks. Actually, I think it's just sitting right over there. And yeah, I could definitely tell that the garage door is the source of a lot of cold air coming into the garage. So what we're doing with this new garage door is going to be brand new double steel, insulated on the inside. So there's going to be steel on the outside, steel on the inside. And then they're going to be doing this. It's called like a U insulation, which is pretty cool. So the garage door is going to, here, I'll try to do it like this. So this is the side of the garage door. The insulations the weather stripping is going to actually sit on the, like that on the door. So you're actually not going to get any air on the outside or the inside coming around the door, which I'm really excited about, because that's usually like the main part of where air will sneak through, especially if you get like a big windstorm or something, it'll push that garage door. So I'm really excited about that. So that should hopefully be coming next week sometime. But I am not sure. I'm hoping it comes before the big snow. So yeah. Fordman saying he's studying to be an auto mechanic. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I was the auto club president for a couple years in my high school. So I've rebuilt a few cars and driven them around. I actually rebuilt a 1965 Dodge Dart, fixed it completely up. It wasn't running when I got it. Pretty much rebuilt the entire engine, drove it all the way up to Woodland, Washington, which is around Portland area. So that was about, I think that's 600, 700 miles, 14-hour drive. Drove it all the way up there, drove around there for a long time, and then I drove it all the way over to Eugene, Oregon, and then all the way back to Woodland, and then all the way back down to Utah. So I think it was like 2,100 miles or so altogether. Pretty big drive for a car that wasn't working before I got it. So we got Mike from Fish Tank Barn hanging out with us, saying he's lurking. Thanks for lurking, buddy. I appreciate it. Guppy Boys in the house. Big J's Fish Keepers. Good to see ya. Big J's saying that it's not cold out there yet. It's very nice here. Well, you know, I'll trade you. I will trade you. 100% trade you. Texas Fish Room saying, yeah, I don't like the cold. I hate when it gets down below 50 1 to 2 months a year. I wish that it was only 1 to 2 months a year. So let's see. We start getting cold about beginning of October. So we have October, November, December, January, February, usually March. So we're about half the year is cold here. And then the other half is blistering hot in the 100-degree range. And it's awful either way you put it. Awful either way to put it. JT, good morning. Good to see you. Do you keep any native fish? Is there any you'd like to keep? JT, I would love to keep every native fish possible. The problem is that most of Utah native fish are actually pretty big. So that's the problem that I run into, is that they're pretty large, and a couple of them you can't actually keep alive. Like you have to, if you're collecting them, they have to be a dead specimen. So yeah, it's one of those, you know, what fish do you want to keep? I would like to keep every single fish possible, but I just don't have the space for them. So there's a really cool dace that I would like to catch locally. I have to see if I can, now that it's snowing. I was going to go out today and potentially catch one, but it's snowing now, so I can't do that. I was going to do some really cool, I got a drone, I got a Mavic Mini, which I'm really excited about. So I was going to do some really awesome drone footage for you guys, and it didn't work out. So yeah. Aquarium Coop's in the house. He said, watching on TV, shared. I saw that. It popped up on my phone. I appreciate the share. It means a lot. Big J says, they're saying we're going to have a warm winter here in California. I wish we had warm winters. It'd be so nice. But then again, that is a huge part of, you know, the Utah ecology. You know, the rain and snow runoff here is massive. And if we don't have that, then we don't have lakes, we don't have streams, we don't have fresh water, we don't have water going to the Great Salt Lake, which means no brine shrimp, which means there's no shrimp around the whole world. So I am fine with a little bit of snow. Dead Fred says, am I right in thinking you don't open that garage door a lot, or won't once the weather seal is established? So usually when it's like spring, you know, fall, summer, if it's warm enough, I will open the garage. I'll open it up, let the air come in, really just like kind of become nature, you know, let the sunlight come into these fish tanks and hang out and play some music and do some work in here. So yeah, I will do it, but now that winter's hit, I am not going to be opening the garage door at all. Multi-Tank Addiction says, which engine, 318 or straight 6? I actually had a slant 6 in the 65 Dart, so that was really cool. I really like the slant 6s or the straight 6s. I also have a 56 Chevy that was my great-grandfather's that we restored, and that had a straight 6 in it originally, but we put a 350 into that from a 69 Camaro, I believe. So they got a really nice engine in there now. So yeah, but I really do like my cars. It's one of my favorite things besides fish. Texas Fish Room saying, additionally, we were in 90s last week, 70s to 80s this week. Oh, that sounds great. I think at this time right now, let's see here. I'm going to pull up the weather. Yeah, it's supposed to snow until 11. It's currently 30 degrees right now, and then it's going to bounce back up on Friday to 66. So typical Utah, you know, you don't know what to expect. You get snow and then the 70s. So Brian's saying it's snowing here in Denver. Yeah, I think that the whole, you know, little Mountain West strait there is getting hit with the snows. Aquarium Coop with the 99-cent super chat. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. 99 cents going right back into the fish room. I love that kind of stuff. It's so cool. Is it an upside down smiley face? So is that a frowny face or is it just a smiley face? Let's see here. We got a couple more people coming in and hanging out. Multi-Tank Addiction said, I had a 74 Dart Custom with 318. Love those cars. That would be nice. Yeah, I really like the 65 to 68 range on the cars. Anything after that, I feel like they changed a lot of the body shapes. But yeah, I know I definitely... And then there was the 60, I think it was the 66 that was the push button transmission where you had to like push, drive, reverse, which is really cool. So yeah. Fish Tank Barton says lows in the 30s. Oof. I think our lows are, today's low is 18. So yeah, that's pretty cold. Pretty cold. Nevea, I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'm pretty sure I did. Crisp here in Tennessee this morning. I'm loving this weather. Lefty saying, I got all my tanks on one pump now, so bedroom is so less noisy. It's wonderful. That is the best thing to like be able to like eliminate all the noise. Plus, your power bill will probably go down. That's something you don't really think about is like running 4 or 5 systems to power the same amount of air can sometimes cost you 3 to 4 times more. So that's definitely going to be really nice on the pocketbook as well. Brian says, I built and drag raced a 87 Buick Grand National. So much fun hearing that turbo spool. Oh, that's the best sound. My other favorite sound is the pop pop of a car when it's got like a really, really good exhaust system. It's awesome. Maria, good morning. Good to see you here. Glad you could make it. Multi-Tank Addiction saying, I used to drag my Dart, broke the lower control arms 3 times before she got retired. Yeah, that will happen. I think, yeah, when I got mine, I had to replace both control arms, all the whole steering assembly, all the brakes were shot, so I had to replace all those. Had to rebuild the whole engine, so I took the whole thing out, restarted. New exhaust system, new fuel system, new electrical system, new ball bearings, pretty much new everything when I rebuilt that car. So it was really cool that it made it 2,100 miles. Fish Tank Barn says, no snow yet in MI, still have leaves. We had leaves yesterday. We still have leaves today. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of broken branches all over the place for sure. Big Tank Hank, good to see you. If you guys didn't check out the stream that Big Tank Hank and I did together, it was awesome. You can kind of learn a little bit more about who I am personally if you want to go back and watch that on his channel, but really awesome person. Definitely go check out his channel as well if you've got a second to do that. JT saying, talking about the weather, to power your fish room in a blackout, how big of a generator do you think you need to run it all? So when I had my last power outage for 3 days, I ran this whole fish room off of just a standard, I think it's a 5,500 amp hour generator. So not a very big generator. And it was just running on the lowest possible setting. And it ran great. Did really, really good. The dogs are freaking out. Bobo, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's being a weirdo. Let's see if I can show you guys this. Oh, you're not going to be a weirdo anymore? Oh, he's not going to be a weirdo anymore. And that's Charlie Brown over there. And then we've got Jack Black right here. This is Jack Black. So Jack Black is actually Charlie Brown's dad. So he is the father of our dog, which is pretty cool. Chevy Fish says, I love upside down smiley faces. Yeah. Maria says, all my fish is gone. I can't wait for my new card. Thank you, Lefty, for dropping the link to the Big Tank Hank stream. That was awesome. Aquarium Coop says, that sticker was for that tail I see going back and forth in the background of your TV in car talk. Yeah, it's Bobo's little curly tail. He's the best. He's such a good boy. He's a Bulldog Lab mix. We rescued him a long time ago. I think he's almost 6 years old, which is crazy. Yeah, he's almost 6. Justin says, do you have any blue Moscow guppies at the moment? I don't have any blue Moscows. I did get an import from Thailand. The video will be coming out probably this Wednesday on that. And I got some really beautiful Galaxy blue tails. But I don't have any blue Moscows. I've got black Midnight Moscows, which are gorgeous. I actually got those for Dragon Lair. He said he wanted some black Moscows, so I'm breeding those out. So when those are ready, I'll let you know and get you some of those. Multi-Tank Addiction says, love the labs. Yeah, labs are great boys. They're great boys. Jack's a little bit much. Yeah, he's much. He's a much dog. Sheriff says, Jack Black, you are the father. Yes, he is. The Galaxy Blues are beautiful as well. These are gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. I'm looking at them off screen here, and they're just doing great. We have one batch out of, like, one different strain out of all of the strains I got in that's not doing so great right now, but hopefully with the medications going through there, they'll kind of bounce back. All the dogs are freaking out today. I don't know what's going on with them. They're just going crazy today. Oh, and then there's the cat back there. Mamas, what are you doing? That's Gamora. We got every animal just needing all the loves today. All the loves. Yeah, I'm not just a fish guy. I'm a dog guy as well. I love me some dogs. Multi-Tank Addiction says, well, gotta go fix the garbage disposal now. Talk to you, everyone. Please hit the like button. I appreciate that. Yeah, good luck with the garbage disposal. Last time I had something like that happen, I just went and called the garbage disposal company that I bought the garbage disposal from, and they just sent me a brand new one, which was pretty cool. So Dragon Lair says, yay, can't wait. Yeah, that video is actually going to be really long too. It's I've already edited it. It's ready to go. Going to be 15 minutes long. Here, actually, let me see if I can give you stream people a sneak peek at some of this. Let me see here if I can find one of my good videos of this tank. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Where did I put that? Oh, I know where it is. Okay. Let's pull this up. Let's see here. Let's do the mini tigers for Jarek, for Big Tank Hank. He's wanting to see the mini tigers. So let me pull up this video here so you guys can see these gorgeous fish. Let's bounce over to a share screen 2. All right, so these are the mini tigers. Absolutely beautiful fish. You can see these guys right here. So this was day 1. So this is a bunch of baby brine shrimp floating around in here. I was just feeding them all. But the females have actually colored up more, and they've got like these like really beautiful stripes down their bodies as well, which is really cool. Let's see here if I can pull up that video of the galaxy blue tails. Let's see here. Okay. Everybody just hold on. There we go. All right. Here are the galaxy blue tails. Absolutely beautiful fish. So the yellow that's in here is just because they were still getting acclimated, but they are full blue now, which is really cool to see as well. So some of the sneak peeks at some of the beautiful fish. This fish right here, I'm really excited about. I haven't ever seen this fish in person. So this is the Silverado Red. I think these fish are beautiful. Let me know what you guys think, but I think they're a gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Really excited to have these in the fish room. Females have some really cool colors too. I love it. I love it. All right. Let's get back in the chat here. Deadford saying the cats and dogs want some of the guppy love too. Yes, they do. They do. The cat in the tank. Yeah, she drinks out of those tubs, and then she has a really great fish friend down there that she plays with. How old are the dogs and cats? So the dogs, Jack is going to be 7. Charlie and Bo are going to be 6 at like Christmas time. They were born around like December 24th. So yeah, so they're going to be getting older. Papa Shrimp says, good morning. Good morning to you as well. Maria's asking how I'm doing. I'm doing great. And how's Courtney? Courtney is doing really good. She is actually out on her bachelorette weekend trip with all of her girlfriends. So she's having a great time right now, you know, hanging out by the pool in nice warm weather in Arizona while I'm stuck in the snow. So yeah, but good to hear from you as well, Maria. I feel like everybody's been so busy in the last, you know, month and a half that life just kind of got a hold of everybody. Chevy Fish says, my friend had a broken motor mount and chained his engine up in place. Sometimes he would have to wrench it up again for a run, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, that sounds awful. That sounds awful. Maria says, the tails shine blue but look black. Yeah, that's just the lighting that I had them under. Absolutely gorgeous fish. Bright blue. Tails for sure, and then the galaxy pattern is going to be that blue and silver. Maria said they are beautiful. The galaxy and what else? So the first one I showed were the mini tigers, and then the last one I showed were these Silverado Reds, which is really beautiful fish. I had never seen them before, so that's why I wanted to get them. So. Lefty says, all right, we got back with coffee, bacon, and eggs and some home fries. Dang, man. Just full on chefing it up this morning. I haven't even eaten anything yet. I'm just running off coffee steam right now. Just coffee steam. Dear dogs shed like crazy. I have a lab terrier cross that sheds constantly. It's adorable, but hectic sometimes. Yeah, they shed like crazy. All the time. Bo actually is a shorter hair dog than Charlie, and he tends to shed way more than Charlie Brown does. Hey, can you guys... They're having a great time today. Great time today. Maria says, hold on, I need guppies. Yeah, I need guppies too. That's my problem. That is my problem. Rico stands in the house. Good to see you, Rico. I'm glad you could make it. Love seeing the green names in the chat. I love the pineapple. It's my favorite thing. Pineapples all over the chats. Lefty's dropping the link for our fish collective. yeah, there's some really cool stuff that just popped up on Our Fish Collective. We got some new people on there selling. Let me see here if I can actually show that too. If you guys want to, if you want to see it, let me know. If not, that's cool too. We can just keep talking, chatting, doing our thing. We've got a couple new sellers though, which is actually really fun. So everyone's saying hello to everybody. If you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat like usual. I don't have any, what's the word I'm thinking of here? Topic. That's the word. Topic. I don't have any topic. So yeah. So Lefty's saying we should show the website. So let's do it. Let's show that website. Let me get this pulled up. You can hear the dogs all playing in the background too. Hey, I don't think so. Not today. Thank you. Jeez. All right, so we got a couple new sellers on here. So the newest one is Green Guppies. I think I showed him one last Sunday, but really awesome. He's really excited to be on here as well. Let's see. Yeah, let's go to fish. Let's see what fish we got hanging out. We got a lot of really cool stuff now, which I'm really excited about. We got some stuff from Lefty on here. We got Paps Fish. I think you're hanging out in the chat if I remember correctly. Maybe not. Mains, tails, furs, and fins. Very Aquatic. We got some well done tanks fish. Cuzio Fish. HC Aqua. All sorts of really cool stuff. Some really like gorgeous guppies on here. There's a couple sales going on, like the Medusa guppies I've got on sale. Ian's got his orange tuxedos on sale. Let's see what else is on sale here. Looks like that's all that's on sale in the fish range. Inverts, we got quite a few things actually in here now. So we got some cherry shrimp, some blue wrasse shrimp, some yellow golden back shrimp, which are gorgeous. Some assassin snails, which are really awesome. And then lav snails, absolutely beautiful snails. If you guys are looking for some mystery snails, definitely go check those out for sure. And then plants. We've got some pretty good collection of plants here. Some corkscrew val, all sorts of really cool stuff here. And then I am doing a sale on some guppy grass. It's 50% off any size you want. So we've been running that for a little while, and it's been going pretty good. And then merch, if you guys are looking for some merch from some of the people who sell on the site, you can go check them out here. Get any shirt you want, really. I need to add some more to there because we've got a few more breeders. We got, mains, tails, furs, and fins. We got Lefty. We got all sorts of really cool people. I need to add their shirts onto the site so that they have a place to sell them. But yeah, so I love this feature. Being able to do this. It's just awesome. Absolutely awesome. Let's get back to the home page. And then our featured breeder of the week is HC Aqua. Loving these angelfish. Absolutely love those. So yeah, that's the site right now. So just the usual. Just the usual. Guppy Boy saying, I think I have a guppy problem. Uh-oh. Throw it up in the chat. Let's see if we can help you out. Justin Mosley saying, do you keep any Corridoras? I've created an addiction. I just keep getting more and more. I do have Corridoras. I've got some of just the Palladius, just your standard Corridora. I've got the long fin Palladius, which are gorgeous. I've got some emeralds. I think that's it. Oh, and then I've got some, what's the word I'm looking for? Stir-bys. Stir-by Corries as well. Rico Stan says, I've got my third order from Our Fish Collective this past week. Bought some snails from Lav. Awesome packaging and communication. Yeah, Lav is incredible. She does a really, really good job with what she does, for sure. Lefty saying, I got to get me some Lav snails, I think. Yeah, definitely do if you guys have a chance. She is a killer breeder of snails. She does such a good job. Beyond better than most people, I would say. She definitely kicks some butt. Edward saying Green Terror experience. Anybody? I have not had any Green Terror experience, but I'm sure someone in the chat has. Yeah. the king of DUI. That is awesome. Amazing tanks behind you. Look excellent. Enjoy your calm, chill presence. I've heard nice things about your website. How can I buy a shirt? You can go on to the site and get a shirt through that merch tab. Let me throw it up into the chat here. And you can buy a shirt from me. You can buy a shirt from any of the other people. Yeah, it's really nice because that just helps out every single breeder on the site. So every shirt that you guys buy, that percentage goes to the person whose name is on that shirt. So that's really cool. That it just, it's another way of supporting each and every one of the breeders on the site. Our biggest goal with our fish collective is to be able to help every hobbyist be able to sell their fish, their shrimp, their snails, their whatever, but then also be able to like back them up, help them out, and give them like another really awesome place to display their media and sell merch and all sorts of cool stuff. So Lefty says, if we want to put an item on sale, do we just email, or is there a way we do it from the site? Yeah, just let us know. Let us know what item you want to put on sale, and I can go in and do that real quick for you. You can message me, you can message Ian, just send a little message through the website, whatever works best for you. Carrie says, I have a male and female. There you go, Edward. Ask your questions. Ask your questions. The king of DUI says, thank you. You're welcome, bud. Yeah, no, I really love having the option to sell, merch for other people too on the site, because I just think it's another really cool way to help support the hobby. Yeah. Hearing a pump going. Need to get some more water in the golden Skiffia tank. Starting to get a little low, I think. Actually, got a really cool new thing from Ian. He gave me some of his auto top-off systems, which he 3D prints. He's also got them for sale on his store, which is Salt City Aquatics. So if you guys want to go check those out, all you do is put a bottle in them, and then it like keeps your tanks full, which is really nice for salt water. I think that he's got them for sale for like, let's see here. Let me check. $7.50. Really awesome system. Let me actually show you guys, because I don't like talking about things and not showing. So let me do this. So this right here, passive aquarium water top off. Really awesome system. So Ian makes each individual one of these. So they just kind of sit on the edge of your tank. So these are made for a rimmed tank, 10 or 20 gallons. And they just sit on the edge, and then you put the bottle in, and it keeps your water level at the right height. It's one of the coolest things ever. It's so simple, so easy, but Ian has made it like really, really nice. So you can do like, I think he uses like the big like ocean spray bottles, but you can like cut them so that way they fit into your racks or whatever you got. So really cool. Just another really awesome thing that Ian does is just build stuff on the side. So yeah. Dragon Lair says, Peter, do you want some metallic pink tuxedo guppies? I have tons growing up. I would love some. Maybe we can do a swapsy for I'll send you some of the dark night or the midnight Moscow guppies, and you can send me some of yours. We'll do a swap in the mail. You can message me on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and figure that out. Chief is saying I need to get myself a 3D printer someday. Yeah, 3D printers are really cool. I've always wanted one, but I think I'm good at computers, and then I get into something like that, and then I realize I'm not good at computers. Not good at them. So yeah. Dead Fred saying, Guppy Boy, other than being grounded, is he showing any other signs of struggling or sickness? I'm guessing he's a bit slow with all the extra finnage. I'm sure I missed something right there, but maybe that will answer some of your questions. Carrie, I have what I thought was a male green terror, but looks like he has laid eggs on a rock and is protecting it. Please help. Ooh, there you go, Carrie. Justin says, first time I've checked out your site. Very nice. Do you guys just vet people to see if they would be good fit on the site, or is it just a handful of guys, of all the guys, and that's all? No, anybody can join up. We do have like Lefty said right below, we have send out a test shipment before. That way we can kind of really just decide if it's worth, keeping that person on or not. It's a really good way for us just to make sure that everything is followed guideline wise, because we do have a guideline system, and that system's set in place so that we can not only make sure that the fish get there alive, but that you have the best success possible when shipping. So it's pretty much the way that I ship. It's the way that almost every other seller on the site ships now, with a couple variants of people using, their own little thank you cards or whatever for your orders. But really, really cool way to do it, because, we're getting in people's fish. When we get the box in, we can give them some feedback and let them know, what needs to be changed, what they can improve on, that kind of stuff. So it's just kind of another way of us being able to help out any hobbyist. Yeah. Rico Stan says, I have a little 3D resin printer, but all I ever make is geeky statues and busts. That's what I would do. I would definitely be doing that. I'd be making like little like Funko style things all day long, and yeah, that's what I'd be doing. 100%. I'm just looking up at my my beautiful SpongeBob statues. These are so cool. I opened these with my nephew. I had a blast. There's a really great video on that of us opening those. Carrie's saying, I have not bred mine yet. They are in separate tanks. What do you have in that tank with your green terror? Yeah, there you go. Maria says, the girls cleared out a spot for their shipping area. I love it. I'm so excited for them to get some of their stuff on the site. I think they're going to do awesome. Edward saying, I have 4 silver dollars and convicts. I like the fact that you have a portion of your profit goes towards a fund if a legit fish keeper or breeder is going through a difficult time. Do you still have that? Yes, we do. So it's called the OFC fund, or we're going to be changing up the name of it here soon. But yes, a portion of every single sale on the site goes into the OFC fund, and that gets set aside so that if someone needs some help, let's say there's an earthquake or a hurricane or power outage or health issues or something of some kind, as a group on this, all the sellers on the site, we can, agree to send money to that person. We're also going to be adding a potential spot for people to donate to that as well. So we're going to be adding stuff as we go, but yes, that is one of the biggest things we wanted to do on the site, was to add a donation, or like a spot for people to actually be able to support others throughout the purchase of other things. So instead of, sending someone $5 through GoFundMe or whatever, you can go on and buy their fish, number one, and support them that way, or buy someone else's fish, and then the percentage goes into that fund, and then we can send that money to whoever really needs it. So yeah. Rico Stan says, lol, I've posted some of the ones I've made on Insta. I'll have to go check them out, man. Guppy Boy says, nope, he goes to the bottom for a little, then when I feed, he goes up and swims like normal. He could just be resting. Might be a little old boy. You never know. So, yeah. Aquarium Treasure says, hello from Florida. Love your fish room. I appreciate that, Aquarium Treasures. Good to see you here. Thank you for your comment on the video as well, that I posted up yesterday, or Friday. I love comments from people. It's just one of my favorite things. I read every single one of them. So yeah, thank you for that. Guppy Boy says, I think his tail is a little big, but he looks amazing. I think he's just maybe tired. Guppies do sleep on the bottom, or they'll sleep on plants, so he could just be getting a little bit winded and needs a rest. Maria says Gigi wants to know if she texts back the number that texted to add her fish for sale. Yeah, I think that's Ian's cell number. So yeah, you can text that number and he should be able to help you out with that. Justin says, honestly, I really like the whole idea of your site. You guys keep it up. Definitely going to see about ordering some guppies from you guys. I appreciate that. No, it's really, really awesome. Like I've said many, many times, is I don't care if I sell another fish. It's really awesome to see other breeders, hobbyists being able to fund their hobby. I'm very blessed. I've got, Aquarium Coop backing me up. I've got Extreme Fish Foods helping me. They supply me with the food for my fish room. So there's a lot less expense that I have there. But if I can help, let's say Lefty sell a bunch of fish and he can, pay for all his fish food for his fish room, that is by far a better gift than anything that I couldn't imagine. So it's my way of giving back to the community that's helped me so much. So thank you for your kind words, Justin, and I'm excited to see what you end up getting on the site. Carrie says, is that a male convict? From my understanding, the male GT will be the protective of your eggs, not much of the females. Deadford said, sounds like he's just got too much fin for one little bugger. I'm no expert here, so take it with a grain of salt, but there be no signs of sickness. He should be fine. I agree with you, Deadfred. I agree. Big Tank Hank says, he just pineappled to you, Maria. Which means he subbed up. So, King of DUI says, driving under ice. I'm an ice fisherman. Who is Joey? People keep saying that. I'm confused. You know who he is, man. You ain't kidding. Yeah. Maria says, the male glass guppies like to sleep on the rocks under the bonsai tree. I'm low-key jelly of them. Yeah, sometimes I watch the guppies sleeping on plants and stuff. I'm like, oh, that looks so comfortable. So comfortable. Oh gosh, no, go away. I don't like when I yawn. It makes me really tired even more. Justin Mosley says, the fact that Corey and his company backs you speaks for itself, in my opinion. I appreciate that as well. Yeah, it's very humbling to know that, Corey and Extreme and all these other people have reached out to me to support me in what I do. It's really awesome, and I'm very, very blessed. So, and then of course the 2,330, I think it's 31. Let's see how many subs we've got today. Yeah, 2,331 subscribers on the channel. That's just mind-blowing, especially so I posted my first video. Let's see, I think I posted my first video. I'm just going to pull it up here on the old YouTubes. Let's see, videos, oldest. My first video was posted 1 year ago. Let's see here if it'll tell me the date. I don't like how it doesn't give you dates. That's the one big bummer about the YouTube. October 21st. So just a couple days ago was my first video ever on YouTube. So I've been on YouTube for 1 whole year, which is crazy. And we're already at 2,331 subscribers. It's absolutely nuts. And thank you all so much for it. It means a lot. It means a lot. Yeah, I love when Big Tank Hank comes in and he does this. It's my favorite. Dead Fred says, King of DUI, don't change it, brother. You're good. I mean, if that's how you feel, then of course, but don't let them bring you down. No, I think it's an awesome name. Joey is a big name for sure. The King of DIY. That's what it is. I was like, that doesn't sound right. So yeah, don't change it. Don't change it. Be you. Make your name bigger than his. You guys have advice on breeding Bushy nose Plecos. I have 4 caves, 3 cocos, 1 Pleco cave. That is kind of small, so I ordered some terracotta watering spikes. I heard that they are good for Pleco breeding. Yeah, they really are good for it. I actually have some as well. I haven't put them into practice yet in the fish room. But no, you're definitely doing the right thing there with all those caves and everything. Definitely feed a lot is going to be the key factor there. High protein, lots of food, and you should get a pretty good yield. A really good channel to watch for Plecos, of course, is Fish from Fever. He's got some really great videos on Plecos. Another really good one is going to be Wild Fish Tanks. He's got some really good ones on some bristlenose Plecos. Chevy Fish says, congratulations, Peter, on your surviving YouTube for a year. Yeah, 1 whole year. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So Edward is saying female convicts. So yeah, that could have been the one that is laying the eggs in your tank. Atkins Nature Aquarium, good to see you, Ian. Rapashi Bottom Scratcher is a good food for Plecos. Yes, that is definitely a good food for Plecos for sure. Jack. This dog is crazy. He brings his bowl. So this is his trick. So Jack will bring his bowl. He'll carry it around and say, hey, look, I'm hungry. Even though I just fed him about an hour ago. Dog's nuts. Dog is nuts. Mile High Plecos. Yeah, that's another really great channel. There's a lot of really cool channels out there that do a lot of really awesome videos. It's really hard just to like remember every single one of them because I do love, honestly, I love every single fish tuber channel that's out there. Just being honest, like there isn't one that I'm like, I don't like it. I watch almost everybody's stuff. Like what I'll do, so like right here I've got 2 screens, but then at my office at work I've got 2 screens as well. So what I'll do is I'll be working on my right screen, and then on my left screen I'll have a video playing with my headphones in, and I'll just be listening to videos all day long practically. So I'm like constantly sucking in information. I am a fish tube sponge, so I try to absorb as much as possible, and sometimes I have more information going in than I know what to do with. So yeah. Maria's saying it's because mama is gone, so they are really needy. Yeah, I don't know, my boys are fine. It's Jack who is my in-laws dog. We call him the prince because he is very, very needy. They dropped him off because they went down to do a vision outreach program down in southern Utah, so I've been watching him for the weekend, and he is a needy dog. Needy dog. I think so. We're almost hitting the hour. I don't think Dia is going on, so we might go for an extra 30 minutes, and so no worries, Ready Your Slider, for being late. We've got some time here. So anybody got any questions, throw them up in the chat. And yeah, Big J's Fish Keepers, good to see you, Big J. Glad you made it. Carrie says, yes, what Peter said. Female convict with male green terrier. Green terrier is protecting the eggs, and the convict should be caring for the eggs. Yeah, so yeah. Lots of really awesome people jumping in. Rico Stan says, I posted my first video on YouTube more than 10 years ago, but all my videos were for very specific people / reasons until I started posting fish videos. Yeah, I feel like for a long time YouTube was like the platform to like make a video, send it to a friend, post on Facebook, whatever like site we wanted it posted to, and now it's turned into whatever our topic is what we're going to post. Oh, also, I now have a clothing sponsor. Super weird. Didn't think I would get a sponsor like that. The clothing company is called Into the AM. So they sent me a couple shirts, which is really awesome. Let me open them up here. I haven't opened them up yet, so I don't know the quality here. but I'm going to test them out, and they're going to be sponsoring actually a video coming up. So I just wanted to show you guys these shirts because look how cool that is. So yeah, so Into the AM is the name of that company. They gave me some discount codes and all sorts of stuff, which is really cool. So the video that they sponsor, I will be probably wearing this shirt, one of these shirts. This one's got some jellyfishes. Really cool. I will be wearing that shirt because they are sponsoring that video. So they've got some really cool like Instagram stuff. The reason that I decided to say yes to them sponsoring something was because of this motto right here: stay inspired. I thought that was a really cool like motto, you know, logo, title, mantra, whatever. So I decided to go with them on that because I think that's really cool. And then they sent me a bunch of really awesome stickers, which I really like their stickers. Let me see here. So they got some really cool ones. This one's kind of fancy. Look at that thing. A wolf that's half skull, half wolf. Look, a pineapple. Pineapple with sunglasses. Everybody's been pineappled up to everybody's channels all of a sudden. Got a longboard with some like tentacles and stuff on it. Oh, speaking of tentacles. So I went to my physical therapy office yesterday. And they did, let's see if I can show this. Yeah, they did cupping. If anyone's ever had cupping done, it's where they take those glass bowls, they put them on your body, and then they squeeze the air out, and then it turns into like a big suction cup. So I have what looks like a giant octopus was on my back for like 6 hours right now. So yeah. Oh, and then of course I've got to show off the Aquarium Co-op sticker because why not? I love those guys. So yeah, and then also our desk is turning into a sticker desk. I've decided that's kind of what I wanted to do with the desk. It was looking a little too clean. So I decided I'm going to start putting all my stickers on my desk here. So if you guys have any stickers you want to send to me, you definitely can. Just reach out to me and I will give you the address to my office so you guys can send them. But I've got stickers from Houston Manzanita, River Life, Multi-Tank Addiction, Fort Ocean, Sand Creek Aquatics 2, a bunch of Aquarium Co-op ones, a really cool axolotl sticker that my fiance got me. So yeah, just some really cool stuff. And then I've got right here in front of me, right below where my keyboard sits, I've got the sticker that says stay inspired. I wanted to do that just because I'm editing at this desk all the time and I wanted to have it right there so that it was close by. Everyone's saying cool shirts. Yeah, that's I'm really excited. I am really excited. Red Ear Slider says, do you know the difference between tail biting and fin rot and bettas? I have been treating my betta for fin rot with API Furin 2 and the frayed parts are gone. So usually you can tell fin biting over tail rot pretty easily, just based on like the tatteredness of the tail. So usually fin biting, you'll see like strings, but the tail looks kind of intact, where fin rot will kind of be like this, like almost like, it almost have like a white outline. So kind of keep an eye out for that. It'll look like it's almost disintegrating. So if you see disintegration, that's usually fin rot. Lefty saying, Into the AM makes some good stuff. They sponsor a lot of gamer streams that I know. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm very surprised that they reached out to me. So Rico Stan says, I did a few years ago when I was doing acupuncture every week. Yeah, that was an experience. I feel much better today, though. We'll say that. The king of DUI says, hickeys. Yeah, they're just giant octopus hickeys all over my back. Dead Fred says, cupping, sure. So no new interns started lately. No, no new interns. Justin Mosley says, how long have you been keeping and breeding fish? So I have been keeping fish for a year and a half now, and breeding fish for that year and a half. So yeah, it's been a thing I've wanted to do for a really, really long time. So I was following all the fish tube stuff for years, like 2 years, 3 years before I even started with my first tank. And then I just jumped in full bore, 2 feet in, and off I went. Finn's Mark Calloway, one of my female bettas is hiding. Can't find her in the tank. Yeah, that's usually the case. They'll hide, they'll sleep, they'll do whatever they need to do, and kind of stay out of the way. So, oh man, that is quick to be on the scale you are. I see something very similar in my future if I can find the space. Yeah, it's I'm very lucky to have the lady I've got. My fiance was like, no, you just need the garage. Just take the garage, do what you need to do, and yeah, so it's definitely gotten bigger than I thought it would, but I love it. It's my passion, and I wouldn't have done it any other way. Red Ear says, Guppy Guru, do you think I should treat for another week or see what happens because I see large chunks missing at times? I would treat, just finish your treatment, and then maybe look up betta fin biting, because it might be biting its own fins, and that could just be, some bettas will just do it on their own, so you just kind of have to play that one by ear. But yeah, I would treat until you're done with the treatment, and then kind of watch it and see what happens from there. Guppy Boy says, I got a topic to talk about. Would you guys feed your guppies live or decapsulated brine shrimp? Going to feed some decapsulated now. In my experience, the fish love it a lot, and a lot of protein. I have not tried the decapsulated brine shrimp. I know Aquarium Coop sells the one from, I can't remember the brand, maybe like Ocean Nutrition, I think. But I hatch my own brine shrimp. I think it's just because of the scale I've got now, it's easier for me. So yeah, I love brine shrimp. I think it's awesome. It's definitely the way to go. Dead Fred says, Taker, sounds like you successfully escaped enough hides in your tank. Yes. Monica says, is onyx sand from Seachem a good hood planted substrate? Is onyx sand from Seachem a good planted tank substrate? Honestly, I wouldn't spend the money on the onyx sand from Seachem. Just go to Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace, wherever, and get some black diamond blasting sand. It's going to be the exact same stuff, and it's going to cost you about $4 a bag. So yeah, I wouldn't spend the money on it if I were you. But that's just me. I've done Seachem fluorite, this fluorite black, and I didn't have the greatest success with it. I ended up getting a lot of hair algae in that tank, so I broke that tank down actually, like overboard hair algae. The one that I do like is Ego Complete. I think it's a really good substrate. It's cheaper, comes with bacteria already in it. So yeah, I would definitely look into black diamond blasting sand or pool filter sand if you're looking for just like a sand substrate. But black diamond blasting will give you the same onyx color as well. Big Tank Hank saying rocket shoes. Yes, definitely it was on rocket shoes for sure. Maria said, at this point, we know why she said the garage. I sent my kids out to the garage, so when we move, garage will go up first. Yep, I feel like when and if we ever move, the garage is going to be the last thing that we move, because it's going to take me like a month to move everything out of here. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I feel like I'm probably gonna have to build a whole other fish room before I even think about moving, which is not gonna be fun. So, Justin Mosley says, just out of curiosity, do you have a day job that supports your aquatic hobby? I do, for sure. I sell medical equipment. I am the vice president of a medical equipment company that sells stuff to eye doctors. So I work 8 to 5, and I drive a lot, and I install stuff, and I sell stuff, and I do the billing and payroll and everything. So I am a jack of all trades when it comes to that kind of stuff. But yes, I do have a full-time job. This is my hobby and my passion, and I just love doing it. So that's why I do it. Maria says, never tried that, but we feed baby brine. Scully's Aquaria, good to see you. Glad you made it. I'm glad I'm going a little bit longer than normal. Dia's not going live today, so I'm just going to keep going until I feel like I need another cup of coffee or something, or some breakfast, or the dogs tell me they need to go outside or something like that. Atkins says, if a betta is nipping his own tails, it's usually because he is bored. Try some tank mates, pygmy cories, guppies, other fish. You'll have to test it out. Yeah, really good fish to do with bettas is going to be something that's really fast. So you can do like a Danio of some kind. I really like the zebra Danios. I think they're really good fish. Don't do the long fins. Do just the standard ones. Tetras are really good too. You can do some like gold tetras, which are going to be cheaper than your neons, which I have some gold tetras in the 75 behind me, and they do great. So yeah. Monica says, thanks. You're welcome, Monica. Yeah, it's one of those things that I would rather have you spend, that $40 or however much that bag is on fish that you want, or plants, or filters, or water stuff, or whatever, and use it in a better place than just buying a really expensive name brand sand. So yeah. Maria says, does Seachem ever sponsor anyone? I don't think so. I know that a bunch of the other brands do, but I think Seachem just makes enough money that they don't really care. I have used Seachem products a lot. I've made videos with Seachem products, like this kind of stuff. But they've never really done anything for anybody that I can tell. I know API does, but I haven't seen anybody get sponsored by Seachem. Justin says, black diamond blasting sand is absolutely beautiful. Just make sure you get the medium grit. The fine is way too fine of a sand. So I actually have the fine grit in with my Bushy because he needed the fine grit so that he can not engulf all the sand. Yeah, Lefty saying, I just do the dirt with sand cap now. I've personally never used the plant-specific substrates, and my plants do fine. Exactly. I think it's just really, it's going to be about what plants you're also using. That has a big bearing on what you're going to be doing. So if you're going to be doing really difficult plants, you're going to want to go with something that is made for plants, like a Seachem fluorite or something like that. Or you can go with, there's that other brand that I can't remember. Let's see, planted tank substrates. Let's Google this. Let's just go on a hunt together. Planted tank substrates. Let's go through the list here. So Eco Complete's a really good one. Fluval Stratum. I have used Fluval Stratum before, and I like it. It just needs to be washed. But then some people say that washing the Fluval Stratum removes everything, and yeah. Aquarium is now making a planted tank substrate. There's Amazonia from ADA. Eco Earth compressed coconut fiber. Oh, that's for like a terrarium. And then Imaginarium. So yeah, it's kind of one of those, do what fits in your budget. I mean, if you look at the price difference, so if we're looking at just like Amazon pricing here, Fluval, let's see, so ADA from Amazonia is going to be the most expensive at $28 for a 3 pound bag. For Fluval Stratum at PetSmart, it's $30. I think it's a 10-pound bag. 22 for the Eco Complete. Yeah, so 23 for the Carib Sea Eco Complete Black, which I've used. I really do like it. Active Flora. Aquion's is pretty cheap. It's 5-pound bag for $14. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm sure it actually does pretty good. Pretty much, to be honest, all those brands are the same. They just rebrand them and sell them at more pricing. So, Carrie's saying, suggestions for easy live foods to keep. I have a GT that refuses to eat anything but live shrimp. When I got her, she wouldn't eat anything but frozen bloodworms. She will starve herself. So you can do scuds, you can do Daphnia, you can do brine shrimp, and then like the vinegar eels, or like Walter worms, white worms, banana worms, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, it's kind of one of those, whatever you can keep. I know Daphne is a little bit harder to keep. Scuds are pretty easy. The worms take a little bit of time to get the culture going, and they smell awful, but definitely work well. But for a green terror, that's a bigger fish. Honestly, I would maybe look for, I hate to say this, but if your fish will eat other fish, I would maybe look into getting a fish that you don't like that you can raise to feed your green terror. If that's something you want to do. I don't personally do that, but that's something people do. So, Scully says, in the process of moving all my tanks on the last rack today. Well, congratulations, man. That is a feat in and of itself. Lefty saying, whoa, I knew you had an RIL job, but a VP, dang, Peter. Yeah, it's a family-run business, so it sounds better than it is, but I do a lot. I work hard. I try my best. So, I think I missed a lot of the chat here. Dead Fred says, Carrie, ever consider keeping a culture of blackworms? Not very involved to keep, and you could even get a colony started in your existing tank. If you have fed isn't eaten, they just start popping up. There you go. There you go. Lefty says, Emerald Rasboras make a really great betta tank mate too, and a really nice active schooling fish. Awesome. I haven't had the Emerald Rasboras before. Rico Stan says, oh, I forgot I got my first fry from the guppies I bought from Weldon. All of the ones from the second shipment survived and are really thriving. That's awesome. That's really cool, Rico. Yeah, that's it's good to hear. I love hearing that people are getting really good fish that are doing well. Lefty saying, Seachem might be one of those companies that you have to go to them. Heck, worst they can say is no, right? Yeah, if they even respond. So that's the other thing. Dead Fred says, carry a half-filled 10-gallon with an airstone and bright gravel, so they are easy to find, is pretty much all you need. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Maria is saying, Monica, Bay Area Aquatics has a video on black diamond blasting sand. He does. It's really a good one as well. Finn's Callaway says, yes, now I have 4 on YouTube. Day is not that bad. Lost my friend a year ago to cancer. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Cancer is awful. Year ago, a couple days ago, I lost my uncle to cancer as well. So, yeah, cancer is not fun. Not fun. Chevy Fish says ADA soil. Rico Stan says Eco Complete is what I have in all my tanks, but I don't have any experience with any of the other ones. S. Good to see you. Contra Soil is crazy good. I haven't tried Contra Soil. I've heard good things, but haven't tried it yet. Stevens GW, hello from Indonesia. Woohoo! Welcome to coming, man. I appreciate it. Love your channel. Thank you for being here. It means a lot. I love that whole Asian belt there. I really want to go to Indonesia and Thailand and all those places. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. It's one of my goals. Ian's Nature's Aquariums. I'm using a lot of Eco Complete for my planted tanks. Others have Fluval Stratum and Seachem Fluorite Red. Others just have plain gravel or sand. Yeah, that's pretty much the case. You're going to try it all at some point, and yeah. Zephorius, support your local fish store. My fish store just hooked me up with supplies to save my fish during a PG&E power shutdown. Well, I'm glad that your local fish store is that awesome. That's really cool. Not a whole lot of people have that, so that's really awesome. Jump down to the bottom. Carrie says, Dead Fred, thank you. No, I haven't. I will look into that. Well done. Suggested grindle worms. I was even thinking about red wigglers. I like your idea. Seems easy. Lefty saying, speaking of live foods like worms and whatnot, do you know a good place to buy them online? If I remember correctly, let's see, I think Petsotics. Let me check and see if he's got live. Doesn't look like he does. I can't remember. I don't know if anyone's got any live worms that I can think of for sale. But if someone knows, throw it up in the chat. Oh, S says Aquabit has a lot. There you go. Dead Fred. Carrie, you can find a fish food playlist on my channel that has quite a few different foods that can be cultured. I got more playlists than videos, but I hope it helps. That's awesome. Zephoria says I've purchased Daphnia off of Aquabid without issue. There you go. There you go. Danikin, good to see you. Glad you could make it. Guppy Boy says, when I grow up, I will go to Thailand and buy a bunch of guppies. Yeah, that would. That's my goal. When everything is done here with the CV19, I really want to go to Thailand and go meet the wholesaler that I'm getting these guppies from. I really think he would be an awesome person to hang out with. Atkins says, I set up a tub outside in early spring. Now it's full of critters and green water, full of scuds and other things I like to feed to my fish. Yeah, that's really cool. I've got, so on my rack that I just put up, I've got the 5 20-gallon highs across the rack, but then there's enough space at the end that I have enough space for a 5-gallon, which is really, really cool. Laugh says, Simply Betta has, good to see you, Laugh. Simply Betta has a few worm cultures for sale on her website too. Yes, she does, and she does an awesome job. Her channel is incredible, so if you want to go check her out for sure. Dead Fred says, Lefty, black worms are notoriously high in price for some reason, leading to people culturing them for themselves. Yeah. I know there's a couple, like, black worms California. That's, like, the biggest one. I know they're having a lot of issues shipping, so I don't think they're... I think that's a reason that a lot of the pricing has gone up. Maria saying, Peter, what are some other kid fish YouTubers you watch? So a really good one is going to be Lazarus the Fish Boy. He's awesome. I've been on his channel before. Guppy Boy's another good one. He's another, I think he's 14. Let me see who I can think of here. Caleb's Aquatics is really good. He's pretty young. Trying to think here who I can just off the top of my head remember. Like I said, it's really hard to remember everybody that I sub up to. Thank you, Lefty, for throwing in Lazarus's link there. It's hard because like some of them are not kids, some of them are older, some of them are, you know, so it's kind of hard to say who's really a kid fish tuber, you know. Yeah, I would say those are my two right now that I would say go to. Chevy Fish says bait shops have red wigglers. Ah. Maria says, is Julia and Sophia the youngest ones you know of? Yes, I believe they are. Definitely the youngest. Yep. Ian saying, I think I'm going to let them overwinter outside and bring it inside for the scuds. I would probably bring them inside. I know that a couple people have tried leaving their scuds and Daphne and stuff outside, and they just don't overwinter. Depending on where you're living, of course, but like for me, they would all pass away for sure. Oh yeah, Dead Fred said Jack and Dan. Yep, Jack and Dan definitely. I think, is it Jack's that the young is the son and Dan's the older? I think that's the way it goes. Yeah. Aquarium Coop says, I'm old, but my heart is young. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm 89 and sometimes I feel like I'm 12. So, yeah. I just realized I'm saying, yeah, a lot. I need to quit doing that. Danikin says, Fish Keeper Cole. Jack is the son. Okay. Yeah, I thought Jack was the son for sure. Lav says, I just broke down my first outside tub yesterday. Got some wicked cool critters. Lots of scuds. Yeah, I love how nature just kind of does its own thing. And we don't have to do anything. I just love that. I love that. Chevy Fish says, everything fish is a good youth YouTuber. There you go. There's another one. In the Great Northwest, it gets cold, so yeah, I might bring the tub inside. Yeah, I would bring them in too. Cause are you in Washington State? If you are, I would definitely bring them in, just because it's gonna get too cold and they will freeze and die. Freeze and die. You don't want freezing and deaded fishes. Trying to think if I can think of any other kid fish tubers that are like really stand out in my brain. I know Lazarus is really good. He's got some awesome care guides. He does a lot of research for his videos, so definitely a really good place to go and check out for sure. There's a lot of other really good channels that I watch that aren't fish related too. Like there's one that I've been addicted to lately. Let's get down that rabbit hole. Let's go down that one. What is the weirdest or not fish related YouTube channel that you guys are subbed up to? Atkins Nature Aquarium says no, but very close to Portland. Oh, okay, cool. I've got family in Portland. I got family in Vancouver. I've got family in Battleground and Woodland and Longview and Kalama and Eugene. I got family all over the place up there. So my favorite not fish YouTuber is actually, it's a very strange channel, but I really like it. It's Caitlin Doty, Ask a Mortician. And she is a mortician channel. So she talks about death and all the things death, and it's really interesting. She talks about, like, you know, situations that you would have never heard of. A really cool one that she did a video on was actually the dam breaking in California, like right up by where Six Flags is. And it killed like 600 people. And I asked all of my fiance's family who grew up in that area if they had ever heard of it, and they had not, which is crazy. It's like the largest man-made disaster in U.S. history, and no one ever talks about it. So, yeah, really interesting. Another really good one is Adam Savage's Tested. So Adam Savage from Mythbusters, really awesome channel. Maria says, "What and when?" Yeah, let me pull it up. I can show you guys because it is mind blowing. You've never heard of it ever. Like, not many people have heard of it, and so it. Let me see if I can pull up the video here and find it on the map. Okay, let me share my screen here so I can show you guys this. So Maria, this is the map of where it was. So the St. Francis Dam, and it went all the way through here, through Piru, Santa Paula, Ventura, Oxnard, and broke out here. But like 12, I think it was 12 billion gallons or some crazy amount of water came rushing through here and killed like 600 plus people. Yeah, so I think it happened in, I want to say it was in like the 20s, maybe a little bit later. Let's see here if I can find it in the description here. 20th century, so yeah, the 20th century. Really crazy, but yeah, St. Francis Dam, you can still go up to this location and see like parts of it, but they tore down like this part was remaining, and then someone else died on it, so they tore it all down. So but really interesting. I had never heard of it, so yeah, it's interesting stuff for sure. Let's see. All right, we got a couple people saying what their favorites are. Danikin saying very cold. Aquarium Coop says Polecat Gaming Channel. Yeah, I like a few of the gaming channels. Not a whole lot of them, but I do like them. Cinema Sins, not weird, but I binge it like crazy. The Dave is a good informational creature channel. I watch homestead videos and gaming scary videos. I watch a lot of homestead videos as well. Yeah, that is true. The most non-fish related subscription I have, Spirit Science, I guess, maybe Black Magic. I don't know, YouTube being longer than I've been back into fish. Kristen Dirksen is a good channel. She travels with her family to visit DIY off-grid people. That's really cool. Love the Codyson videos. Watched it but haven't commented yet. Yeah, it's right by you guys, Maria. It's crazy, and no one's ever heard of it. No one hears about this. It's really sad. So there's a lot of like immigrants and people who are brought over to work the lemon fields and the orchards and stuff that were in that area, yeah, so there's a lot of people that passed away that no one even knows about. So really great video to watch for sure. Zephoria says Azuras Canyon Dam in LA had something similar happen, but that dam didn't hold as much water as the one you mentioned. Yeah, that's very true. That one did also break, but it didn't kill nearly as many as 600 people. Dead Fred said, how can I forget Cinema Sims and he, or even Honest Trailers? Lav says Royalty Soaps. Sophia, oh, I like Sophia Nygaard too as well. Ask a Mortician, I was just talking about her. Icing Artist, lots of true crime. Hazel Nutty Gaming. I'm all over the map. I also like hunting videos and hunting game videos, Guppy Boy says. Maria says Garden Answers is Gigi's favorite. Rico Stan says I have 127 subs on my YouTube and only 7 of them are not fish related. I have a couple of bands I sub to, my youngest son and some Chicago Bears channels. Then there's this channel that doesn't offer too much other than the one guy who makes videos, seems super easy, barely an inconvenience. Chevy Fish saying, yay Chicago Bears. I'm a Seahawks fan, so I can't say too much on the Bears. So Dexter's World is a really good one as well. He does a really good job. That guy makes a buttload of money on his stuff. A lot of money. Another really good one that I watch too is like Pop Tops. Top Pops. Yeah. Top Pops. It's Funko Pop channel. I'm into a lot of that weird kind of novelty stuff too. So yeah. I did it again. I said, oh yeah. Gosh. I need to stop doing that. Aquarium Cop says, nature health remedies. I never mentioned, but adore the info has helped me. That's a really good one. I'll have to look into that. Ian says, go Seahawks. Definitely go Seahawks. Yes. Matt P says, sea chickens. I'm from Tacoma and I'm still a 49ers fan. Ooh, I am sorry to hear that, Matt P. I am sorry to hear that. I've actually got family from Tacoma as well, so. Maria says, we may or may not have a lot of Funko Pops. I feel like Funko Pops are like so easy to collect because they're small. Yeah. I have quite a few. I'm looking at them right now. I've got a few. Lindsay says, anything about the universe? I haven't heard of that one either. Dead Fred says, that's a quote from Screen Rant's pitch meeting series. Ryan George is a comic legend. Can't wait to see what he does beyond YouTube. Danikin says, I'm a Vikings fan. Hit the road, cousins. Unpopular opinion, but I don't like Funko Pops. All the giant heads throw me off. Yeah, you know, I like some of the Funko Pops. Some of them look really weird, but I do like some of them. I think they're really good company for quality, though. Like but then there's like the ones that I got, like the SpongeBob ones from, that is even better than Funko Pops, and I really do like these. I think these are called Dissectables, but there's a lot of really other cool companies out there that sell that kind of collectible item stuff. And how could I forget that chapter? Probably one of my favorites. Truefish says some car-related channels and gardening channels and wild animal channels. Yeah, there's a lot of really incredible stuff out there. I watch so many channels. What were you doing? Were you climbing up into the chair? You were. He was climbing up onto the chair. I've got a guppy mama who has been showing signs of labor for the past few days. This morning she is having a bit of trouble staying upright. Is this caused by fry pushing her swim bladder? It probably is. She may actually be impacted, or have like be egg bound or fry bound. If that happens and it's taken a couple days, more than likely she's not going to make it through there, and all the fry are already passed. So I've had that happen a couple times, and usually the guppy doesn't make it. There's a couple things you can do, but I tend to not like doing them, just because it's kind of invasive. So yeah, let's did it again. Zephoria says, Dendocirus zebra, Dendocirus zebra travels around looking for aquatic plants in Southeast Asia. Great biotope information. That is cool. I'll have to look that one up for sure. Brave Wilderness. Yeah, I've watched them a couple times. Aquarium Cop says, my heart is Beavis and Butthead, but they don't have a channel. Yeah, mine goes to Bob's Burgers. My favorite animated show is Bob's Burgers, so I watch a lot of Bob's Burgers. They actually have a YouTube channel, and they put out some stuff, so... Lefty says, new game, take a shot of juice every time Peter says it. Well, yeah. That would actually be a really good good juice game. Or we could do coffee, right? We can do a coffee drinking game. Okay, it looks like we've been streaming for about an hour and 40 minutes now, which is a long time. I've got a whole list of chores I got to get done today. So I am going to bounce out of here. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for the new member. Let's see who we got here. We got, as the new member, I forgot how to pronounce the whole name. So let me find it here real quick. Texas Fish Room, I think is what it was. I just want to make sure I'm giving you all the credit you deserve. I'm pretty sure it was Texas Fish Room. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. And thank you, I think it was Aquarium Coop, for the upside down smiley face. Yeah, upside down. Kind of frowny, but still happy. So, you know, both. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's go drink some more coffee. Let's get our day going. I'm going to go shovel some snow, make sure my chickens are warm enough, and do a couple more things. So I love you all. And as always, be sure to spread that guppy love. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next one.